Don't you know we need them? Yes, we do. We need those strategies for living.
Boy, do we.
Yes, we do. Are you ready? You ready for your daily dose of radio rehab?
Man, I'm ready, and I'm hyped up today.
Well, yeah, you're just ready to be balanced.
I am.
Yeah.
As always.
That's a clue to where we are. Hey, folks, welcome. Welcome into 101.7 FM and 710 Keel. Welcome into another edition of Strategies for Living. I'm Dr. David McMillan. She is psychotherapist, PLPC Lauren Leon McMillan. And we happen to be, speaking of balanced, we happen to be at the Balanced Life Wellness Center.
One of my favorite places.
Yeah. All right. Now, so don't run down here right now as you're listening to us.
Don't come bust down the door.
We're pre-recording this, but it's just nice to be in such a healing atmosphere, such a healing place, you know?
Yeah, to be able to walk in off of the busy, chaotic, hot Kings Highway and into this spa-like energy.
Yeah. And
it's amazing.
You know, Stacie Slabaugh, who is the proprietor here, an energy healer, does all kinds of things. We're going to talk about it today. And I probably, when I use the term energy healer, some people may say, what in the world is that?
Your head, yeah.
Yeah, but so many of us have stuff that just hangs on, and we go here, we go there, and we try this and we try that. Most of us start with our normal medical procedures.
Physical doctor, yeah.
But, sometimes things are just persistent. And there's so many stories here. And I think Stacie will probably share some with us today. There's so many stories of people who have, tried this, tried that, and it doesn't work in terms of their comfort. The pain level is still too high, and they're not comfortable. And yet, coming to the balanced life, just like the name says, you get everything in balance. It's like everything falls into place. Yeah.
Like it clicks. Yeah.
And we've also got a special event coming up.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Saturday,
excited about
October
this.
the 19th, because the month of October is Emotional Wellness Month. And so, Stacie can't help herself. She's going to throw a big party. But at the same time, she throws this party, we're all going to get an experience. We're all going to be able to come in and experience what the balanced life is and see it for ourselves. We'll talk about that today here on Strategies for Living, right?
Right.
We've got a lot to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we're coming back to meet Stacie Slabaugh. But, folks, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in to Strategies for Living. We appreciate you being here with us. And we appreciate our sponsors making it possible. Who are they? Well, they are the Balanced Life Wellness Center and the Robinson Film Center and Azalea Cleaners and Pintail Roofing and Learning RX. Back in a moment with Stacie Slabaugh, our life strategist today, here on Strategies for Living, broadcasting from the Balanced Life Wellness Center. Hey, let's talk about the Robinson Film Center. I say it a lot. There's no place like the Robinson.
Absolutely, there is not.
617 Texas Street, downtown Shreveport. You've got so much. You got the movies. You got Abby Singer's Bistro on the second floor of RFC, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday.
Newly remodeled.
Absolutely. Great menu. RobinsonFilmCenter.org is the way you check it all out. You can go to RobinsonFilmCenter.org at any time and find out what movies are showing. Here's the deal. You want to join the crowd, join the fun, become a member. When you become a member, you become a star. You get discounts on movies, you get concession upgrades, you get bistro deals. RFC, 617 Texas Street in downtown Shreveport. I'll say it again. There's no place like the Robinson.
There is not, and I'm glad we have one right here.
Absolutely. The RobinsonFilmCenter.org.
Reading begins not in the classroom, but in your child's brain. I'm Dawnisa Walker with Learning RX Shreveport. If your child struggles to read, Maybe he or she has trouble focusing or comprehending. Learning RX Report offers a science solution to reading problems, working one-on-one with your child, targeting his or her reading skills. Today, call Learning RX Report. Make an appointment to have your child assessed. I know you want to help your child. So does Learning RX Report.
And welcome into 1017 FM, 710 Keel. Welcome into Strategies for Living. David McMillan here and Lauren Leon McMillan. Let's welcome into the program. Let's welcome back a very, very special life strategist. She is Stacie Slabaugh. She's the owner of the Balanced Life Wellness Center here in Shreveport. We are so happy that she decided to do this. Stacie has been a wellness practitioner for some time. She holds a doctor's degree in organizational leadership with a focus on counseling. She's a Shreveport native and actually Parkway High School proud graduate. She is a Panther and got her master's degree from, and part of her doctor's degree from LSU Shreveport. And we are so happy that she decided, hey, Shreveport needs more balanced life. Stacie, welcome back.
Welcome. Well, thank you for having me. It's so good to be with you.
So, wow. You know, now you open the doors of the Balanced Life. How long have we been going?
I have been in this facility for a year and a half. We moved in here.
Time flies, doesn't it?
In May of 2023.
Wow.
But I started practicing in a much smaller, different location right before the wonderful COVID struck us.
Oh, wow. Let's tell people exactly where you are. You're so centrally located. Everybody knows Kings Highway, right?
Yes.
And everybody knows Strawn's. And a lot of people remember the old Shreveport music when it was on Kings Highway. Well,
that's where we are.
That's where we are. And the walls kind of, when you come in,
they sing.
The walls kind of sing to you.
And Stacie keeps them humming.
Yes, I do.
I mean, there's a special feeling, and we talked about this the last time we were here, but there's a special feeling when you walk in here, Stacie.
That's what I'm told.
Yeah.
That's what I'm told. I have people that lay down on the therapeutic bed and just go, just being here makes me relax. I don't ever want to leave.
Yeah. So 115 Kings Highway, right across the street from Centenary College, in the same center that Strawn's is in, where Shreveport Music used to be. So you know exactly where the Balanced Life is. Now, when people ask you, okay, the Balanced Life Wellness Center, what do you do? How do
I get balanced?
How do you answer? This is what I do.
I'll tell you, I have not yet figured out my 60-second elevator pitch.
You're working
so
on it,
I'm
though.
still working. That is one of my goals, very needed goals, because what I do is not so easily explained.
Yeah.
So the big umbrella term is bioenergetic wellness, bioenergetic health. So I deal with your energy field as a whole, and most people are not aware that each organ, each part of your body also has its own energy field around it.
Again, let's bring this to people's attention. We
can bring it down to Earth, right? Because Earth itself is electromagnetic.
Absolutely. And
so
we are electromagnetic.
Yeah. Yes.
And so, this is not Star Trek stuff. And yet,
we think it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, and you're going to tell us some stories today. It's almost like you Dr. McCoy used to wave the wand, right?
Absolutely.
And I'm all better now. Mm-hmm. And it may not be quite like that.
It kind of is.
But it's close.
It's close.
It's close.
Yes,
yeah.
It's close.
So, I don't know that you really have to work on the elevator pitch.
Okay.
So, just to let people know. And here's the deal. Coming up Saturday, October the 19th, I want people to mark their calendar because because this is Emotional Wellness Month.
Yes.
And because you are new, not brand new, but a lot of people have not had the opportunity to learn about the balanced life. They may hear us talking about it every evening, but okay, well, what is that? Come see.
Yes.
Saturday, October the 19th, starting at 12 noon, will be time for you to come and just experience a little bit of what Balanced Life Wellness Center is all about.
Yes, absolutely. So since I have moved in, I have not been able to, I am by appointment only.
Right.
And so I have not been able to open my doors to the public so that people can just come in. They'll stop at my door. I have up signs. People are very interested, but unfortunately, I'm usually with the client.
When you're working with clients,
right.
People,
it would be interruptive.
And they can't get in. There's nobody, you're back working with a client. So
right. So this is a way for me to open my doors and for you to come check it out.
There you go.
Let me talk to you and
everything's
answer your
free.
questions.
Everything's free that day,
Absolutely.
including some food.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So. And LSU's going to play Arkansas that day, but I think that's going to be in the evening. I don't think they've announced the time of the game yet, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be an evening game. So, you're going to be looking.
Let's hope so.
You're going to be looking for something to do.
In the day, yeah.
When I'm thinking that by that time we're going to get a little bit more fall in the air.
I hope
right?
so. Yes.
Everybody's going to be.
Maybe you can literally have your doors open.
Literally, that is what I'm praying
nice.
for, is to literally have the open doors.
Yeah.
I love it.
Come in and check it out.
All right, so this would be a wonderful time for people to understand what things like biofield tuning are all about. Some of this you'll be able to demonstrate.
Mm-hmm.
Not everything that you do, because some of the things that you do are so individualized,
right?
That it would be tough to demonstrate. However, you can demonstrate, let's say, some of the emotion codes, some biofield tuning, things like when we say biofield tuning. Okay, so we're bioenergetic beings. How would you go about showing someone the power of the biofield?
So I'm going to try to do just little 10-minute segments. And so if you're interested in biofield tuning and want to experience that, then what I can do is just work your shoulders. And it is just absolutely powerful. So I have what's called weighted tuning forks. You feel the vibration of those on the body.
Right. Now, these are, you think when you say tuning forks, we might all image what a tuning fork is. But these are very specialized tuning forks.
Yes. They're not the ones you get off of Amazon. These are not sold on Amazon.
Right.
They are specially tuned, hand cast, specially made, specially tuned. So they are high quality. And, it's not the one you're going to go down and just tune your guitar with or anything like that. So they are specially made and designed, but they are tuning forks. I mean, that is what they are.
Right.
Excuse me. And so weighted ones, you do not hear the sound of those. You simply feel the vibration.
You feel it. And, of course, you being trained, you know exactly, depending on what you're working with your client, you know exactly where to place that. Where to place
them and what frequency to use. There are different frequencies for different needs and different things. For instance, if you simply need to relax, if you have pain, if you need kind of more energy added to you, right? We can have too much energy or we can have too little energy for it. And so different hertz of forks, different frequencies of forks for the different needs.
Right.
And so I would just have you sit in a chair and let you experience the unweighted forks on the body and then a little bit in the field. And within 10 minutes, you can notice a difference. In fact, it's funny. I can do one side or the other side, and oftentimes I will quickly do one side so that you can feel the difference.
Yeah.
You can literally see a shoulder rise or fall depending on if you have a lot of weight on your shoulders, then your shoulders may be sagging, and so lifting that weight, lifting that energy off, suddenly that shoulder will brighten, will lift up.
Yeah.
Versus the other way is, a lot of us are tense and our shoulders rise, and they get really tight all around our neck. And so I can work that, and you'll see that shoulder fall, and you can literally see, and they can feel the difference. A left
You're a
versus
little
right shoulder.
lopsided.
You're a little lopsided, and then suddenly it's like, oh, well, now you got to do the other one too.
Got to be balanced.
Yeah,
Got to be balanced.
Get me balanced.
Yeah. And so I love just working the shoulders like that because almost all of us carry some kind of tension up in our neck, up in our shoulders. Men tend to be the lower back, so
Right.
I can do that a little bit too.
Right.
But just working those areas where we all feel that tension, and you can
It builds up on
quickly-
us, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
It does. You can quickly feel the difference within 10 to 15 minutes. You can feel the difference.
If you talk to emergency room doctors, they say that fully 50% of emergency room visits are stress.
Yes,
Or
absolutely.
stress-related.
90%, over 90% of all doctor's visits, it almost does not matter what type of visit it is, it originates with stress.
Right. So if you want to get to the source of whatever you want to deal with, this is a way to do it.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Now, I know that, and we'll come back and you can tell us some stories, but you're gonna show the biofield tuning on Saturday, October the 19th. You're also going to demonstrate a little bit of what's called the emotion code.
Yes.
What is that?
Well, that is easily explained by a book titled The Emotion Code. And Dr. Bradley Nelson was a chiropractor, and he invented, I guess, this form of therapy. Founded it. And I would actually recommend reading the Emotion Code book for anyone who has not and is interested in this type of therapy. You can read the book, get a full understanding of what it is, and that does not exclude me needing me or wanting to come to me as a practitioner.
Right.
Because as we found out, and even I have found out, it works much better when someone else does it on you.
Right.
We oftentimes can't see our own forest for our own trees, clogging it up. And so we can know what to do and we can know everything, but there's still things that we don't detect in our own selves.
Right.
And so I can trust that you would read the book and still choose to come to me to help you.
It is truly an amazing system. And Dr. Bradley Nelson has some videos out there on YouTube if you're interested, even before you read the book or in addition to reading the book. And when you see some of the quick, the fast results.
Yeah, he does it very quickly.
But here's the deal. This stuff is amazing. A lot of what goes on right here at the Balanced Life Wellness Center is truly amazing.
So amazing, you might call it magic.
There you go. But we don't.
No.
We don't.
No.
And you'll be able to check it out Saturday, October the 19th. We'll talk more about that with Stacie Slabaugh, our life strategist today. Here on Strategies for Living. Stay with us. Come back. A lot more to learn. A lot more to come. Dealing with stress, pain, feel like you're running out of options? When your life is balanced, wellness is a given. True wellness is holistic. It's about the mind, the body, and the spirit, all in balance. Now, there's a place right here in Shreveport that's all about helping us achieve peak mental, emotional, and physical health. The Balanced Life, 117 Kings Highway, right next door to Strawn's. Come see and feel the difference getting your life in balance can be. Many of your friends and neighbors have already learned the difference less stress and pain mean in their lives. You can book a discovery session right now online, thebalancedlife.us. All you've got to lose is stress, pain, or maybe both. Come see and feel for yourself the real difference balanced wellness makes. The Balanced Life Wellness Center, 117 Kings Highway in Shreveport, next door to Strawn's. thebalancedlife.us. And welcome back. Welcome back into 101.7 FM. 710 Keel, welcome back into Strategies for Living. Lauren Leon McMillan, David McMillan, and we have the privilege of recording from the balance. I feel balanced already.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Balanced Life Wellness Center. It's 115 Kings Highway, right next door to Strawn's. If you remember Shreveport Music. Shreveport Music was in this location for years. But before then, I'm old. So this is the place that you would come if you needed a gizmo or a gadget on a Saturday. We didn't have Home Desperate back then.
No.
But we had Centenary Hardware. And this is the old Centenary Hardware location. And you can feel it in here. You know,
People remember that.
Yeah. So
almost every man that walks through the doors either says, "This was Centenary Hardware," or "This was Shreveport Music." Yeah.
Exactly. And so, Centenary Hardware, unfortunately, is no more. Shreveport Music still exists. They've just moved to another location in the Broadmoor area. And we're so happy that Stacie Slabaugh decided, okay, this would be a wonderful location for the Balanced Life Wellness Center. All right, so what are some things, Stacie, that again, the Balanced Life, you talk about, and we talked about last segment, biofield tuning and the emotion code. You also do EVOX. You call it Shift with EVOX.
Yes.
You might not be able to demonstrate that entire system on the 19th, but you maybe talk about it with some folks because it's very powerful. And then there's the Energy for Life, bioenergetic wellness, because we're systems, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what kinds of things have people in the last year and a half, couple of years that you've been, actively doing this, what kinds of things have people come to you with and for?
Wow, everything from physical pains to just needing to relax, almost like getting a massage. And I'm certainly not taking away from my wonderful massage therapist. I love a good massage.
Absolutely.
But with the biofield tuning, you can experience that relaxation. It has that effect on your body.
Right.
So if you just simply need to de-stress and relax, we can cover that. I actually have several people that are, they go to physical therapy. They're on kind of traditional pain protocols.
Right.
But as you alluded to at the beginning of this segment, David, that doesn't always alleviate all the pain. That doesn't cover everything.
Right.
So it still leaves people wanting more, wanting that release, wanting something, and we can address that.
Right.
So I have two people actually that have severe low back or hip pains, and they are on, a doctor's care, under a doctor's care, seeing a doctor's protocol, but they heard about me, and so together with the physical therapy and then things that I can do for them, I actually have had a couple of them hop up off of the massage table and be like, "Oh my God, wow."
Yeah.
This is like, I usually have to get up really slowly, and I think I'm going to limp or something, and I just got up and walked out of here.
It's amazing.
Yeah, same thing with, I had somebody come in just for kind of a one-time deal that she said, "My neck hurts so bad." And I said, "Well, come see me. Let me show you," like I talked about a few minutes ago. And so we just worked on her neck and her shoulders. And when she walked in, she said, "I just can't even turn. I can barely turn my head to the left or right. It just hurts so bad." And at the end of 45, 50 minutes, she was walking out the door like, what is it, The Exorcist? She's like, "Oh my God, look what I could do!" And she's about swiveling her head off of her shoulders.
I love it.
She was just so happy and so glad that something gave her, release.
I don't want to talk out of school here, but would it be fair to say, would I be wrong by saying your own mama was a little skeptical?
Oh, she was highly skeptical.
Mom had dealt with, like a lot of us when we age, our knees start hurting. And sometimes, we might go to our medical doctor and they'll suggest this or that, but sometimes the pain continues.
Right.
What happened with Mom?
Yeah, so it was actually, her knees do hurt, but her biggest thing was neuropathy. And she was under the care of a podiatrist. And they just weren't finding answers. They weren't finding solutions. And so she kind of became exasperated, like, fine, wave your magic wands over me and see what happens. And we did. And she left the first evening and said, I think there might be something to that. Can I come back? Of course, Mom. And she hasn't missed a week since.
I love it.
This was probably 6 months ago. She hasn't missed a week since. And I went back and told her podiatrist, my daughter has solved the problem. And she told him about biofield tuning. And he said, well, I do a laser treatment for myself, and he said it's all frequency.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So he understood,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
said if it works, keep doing it.
So it made sense to him.
Made sense to him.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because he said I do light treatment, laser treatment. He said it's sound, laser, it's all frequency. It's all
Yeah.
the same thing. So if light works, then I have to believe sound will work. So if she's helping you, keep letting her help you.
Absolutely. Is the, is Mom's case kind of a normal case that each time that you come and receive a session, a treatment, that it does have kind of a cumulative type
Absolutely.
building effect?
It very much
to it?
does. Yeah. So I ask people to at least give me 3 to 4 sessions when they first come. I can do one like I just had the one lady come one time for her shoulders.
Right.
And her schedule just doesn't permit her to fit a lot in. So that's fine, understandable. You can come one time and you can feel that release.
Right.
But if you do have ongoing problems, ongoing challenges, ongoing pains, then I ask you to give me at least 3 to 4 sessions. Come back either weekly or every other week.
Right.
Because typically by that 3rd or 4th time, Lauren, like you said a minute ago, it feels like magic.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
suddenly, it's just like,
Shifts.
you feel that cumulative effect
Shift
over
and
those
effect,
3
yeah.
to 4 times, and you know without a doubt this works.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when someone comes in and says, well, Stacie, I've been here, I've been there, I've still got this or that, I've got this pain, I got that. Where do you start with people, Stacie? What's the beginning place?
So almost everybody that comes in, I have them do the Zyto hand cradle. And
Now,
so
what is
that is
That's kind of Star Trek-y.
it's kind of Star Trek-y.
Yeah.
It is kind of Star Trek-y, and everybody that does it, they put their hand down and they're like, well, this is really going to tell you something? Like, what is it doing?
Yeah,
How's
because
this gonna tell you something?
you put your hand down on the device and you don't feel anything.
You don't feel anything.
But you get information.
Yes, I get
Okay.
information. So I get information about your systems, right? And so that kind of goes to the bioenergetic health and the systems that you alluded to a minute ago,
Right.
that everything is a system. It all works together.
Right.
It all works as
The
one.
universe is a system,
And we're systems within systems.
We are, we're multiple systems within
absolutely.
within a huge system. Yeah.
Fractals.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Fractals.
And when and that's why I like the name, The Balanced Life, because when one part of the system that is us gets a little bit out of balance, then
We feel it.
yeah, and
In one way or another.
In one way, and we may feel it. It may not be exactly where we're out of balance, right?
Oh, absolutely. A lot of times it is not. Where we're feeling it is not always where it originated or what's really going on. And so
A lot
that's
of times
where the
we'll
hand cradle
feel it.
helps.
We'll feel it at our weakest, part.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
It'll express there, but that's not necessarily where the problem is.
And so you can
originating.
come in and tell me my hip hurts,
Right.
and it could very well be originated in the hip, but
Sure.
it could be somewhere else. So we could spend weeks, and of course, I could use the pendulum or whatever, and ask the subconscious and get some answers.
Right.
But the hand cradle gets to it so much faster, so much easier, so that we can, after 45 minutes of doing the hand cradle and me going over that report with you, and I show you the report, I show you what it says, and 100%.
Are some people fascinated that?
Oh, they're all fascinated
how in
because
the
they don't
world
think
did-
it works, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden I show them a report, and they go,
How did you get all that?
How did you get all that information about me?
it's very detailed information, and it is accurate. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that underscores that what we've been talking about so far today. It really underscores that we are
Fractals.
fractal. We are bioenergetic beings, and again, yes, we're physical. But all of that physical, that's the kind of
the shell.
the last
That's-
part of the
yeah,
manifestation.
that is the last part. That is absolutely, and what people don't understand is our physical pain on this physical body is the last part of the manifestation. So by the time you have a physical pain, it has been going on, it has been building for many years.
Right.
You know, back to childhood, back to the first divorce, you know, whatever, it doesn't matter how many years that's been, it could literally have been building for 10 or 20 years. And so that's what I'm touching on. I'm not necessarily touching on your physical body, although you do feel the effects physically.
Yeah.
I'm not addressing your physical body. That is for the chiropractors, the doctors, the things of that nature. I am addressing that bioenergetic body.
Right.
It starts there.
Right.
And if we start healing it there, then it will also manifest healing in the physical body.
Right.
It'll trickle down.
It'll trickle down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, again, it's got to be almost addictive for you to hear, wow, you know, and variations of how did you do that? How did you get this part of me or that part of me that's been hurting, and you know, I've had inflamed for a long time. How did you settle it down?
Yeah, it is. It is exciting. I really do my hard, you know, the easiest thing in the world when we're complimented over and over and over, you know, even preachers have to struggle with this. When you're complimented over and over and over for helping someone, it can go to your ego. You know,
Sure,
the ego
sure.
can start blowing up. So I am one to make sure I'm a person of integrity and balance. I'm a Libra.
I love
And
it.
so I always keep myself in check, and I always give the credit back, A, to God,
Right.
and B, to the power, the absolute power of the modalities I have chosen to do.
Right.
So yes, you do need a good practitioner, and I have personally experienced bad practitioners in the things that I do. So, you know, there is some credit to the person, the human being doing them, but I try to always give credit to God, His creation, and the power of the modality that I'm doing, the power of frequency, the power of sound, and that science is catching up.
Absolutely.
that.
We are with Stacie Slabaugh, and we are at the Balanced Life Wellness Center, 115 Kings Highway here in Shreveport. Coming up on Saturday, October the 19th, because October is Emotional Wellness Month. Saturday, October the 19th, 12 noon. The doors are open. Stacie's going to give a presentation at 12:30. There's going to be food here. Kind of a time for you to see exactly the healing center that we have here in the center of our community, 115 Kings Highway, the Balanced Life Wellness Center with Stacie Slabaugh. We'll be back. We've got more to come here on Strategies. She's our life strategist today. Stay with us. You're going to see the difference. When you go to Azalea Cleaners, you'll hear about it too. Azalea Cleaners has been fine dry cleaning since 1958, plus laundry, alterations and repairs, comforters, wedding gown cleaning and restoration. You'll hear about it from your friends because they'll see it too. They'll notice the Azalea difference. Azalea is convenient. 732 Azalea Drive, 9220 Ellerby Road, and 9227 Mansfield Road. Plus, the front door of your home or business with Azalea's delivery on demand. Just text SETUP to 249-8283, and Azalea will pick up your clothes and deliver them back clean and fresh to you. You can't get closer than that. That's the Azalea difference. You'll notice it right away. Others will too. The Azalea difference. Fine dry cleaning since 1958. Text SETUP to 249-8283 and get the Azalea difference. AzaleaCleaners.com. And welcome back. Welcome back into 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Welcome back into Strategies for Living. Leon McMillan, David McMillan. We are with Stacie Slabaugh from the Balanced Life Wellness Center, 115 Kings Highway. You know where Strawn's is. And right next door to Strawn's, that's where you're going to find the Balanced Life Wellness Center, and across from Centenary College. You know, we love free.
Absolutely.
We absolutely.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, everybody wants free. So if you go, and you can go to thebalancedlife.us and learn a whole lot more about the Balanced Life. You can also go to Facebook, The Balanced Life, Facebook. You can go to Instagram, The Balanced Life Wellness. But if you go to thebalancedlife.us or the Facebook page, you can register. And if you register, Stacie,
for the open house, right?
for the open house. So the open house is Saturday, October the 19th. And if you go and just do the registration, everything's free.
It's all free.
But there's going to be food, so we need to know, how much do we need to
Right.
bring in. So if you go register, you get you get a freebie, right?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Freebie worth $50.
Wow.
So we just talked about the Zydo hand cradle and
Yep.
the report that you will get. So if you pre-register prior to October 18th and let us know you're coming, then on that day when you come, you will get to experience that what would be an initial consultation.
Right.
That free scan. I won't have a lot of time to go over the report with you, but I will send that report to you so that you can view it and come back and ask me questions later if you need
It
to.
is probably going to amaze you. And I'm going to go out and say, okay, well, that's a $50 value, and that's no small thing. But I think it's worth a whole lot more than $50. And I think you'll see that when you experience it and you see, wow, how does she know all of this about me, right? How can putting my hand down on a cradle, tell her that information?
Yes.
Maybe around the same type of, how do they hook us up to something called a lie detector and get all that information?
That is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So the technology's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
And believe it or
the
not,
technology-
all of these little things that we carry in our pockets, they use the same
They use the
technology.
same technology.
Right. We're just using it for good.
And the technology, again, law enforcement uses it, the legal profession,
Yes.
it holds up.
You use it at the gym.
Yeah.
Use it at the gym.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hold on to the bar to get
To
your
get
pulse.
our
Right.
pulse and our heart rate. Yeah, when I go and Lauren's been after me to go back. I'm taking a little
extended break here.
couple of week break. But when I go and I do my walking beforehand, well, I want to get my heart rate up. Well, I put my hands there and it tells me exactly. So it's the same concept.
It is. It is the exact same concept. So
And-
it's nothing new.
Yeah, and
it's
I
just used in a new way.
Yes, and I'm sharing that, because I want people listening to us to understand this is not some place. This is not far out. This is not,
No, even down to the sound therapy, that's ancient wisdom.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And we've been conditioned, I think, to think that anything that we don't see as traditional, Western world traditional, we call it woo-woo.
Right.
Yeah.
And I did too. I was just
Yeah.
as guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then when I learned the science, it's
What
real
got
science.
your
Rooted,
attention?
yeah.
What shifted you?
My own health. My
Okay.
own health and
Yeah.
trying to find answers and not getting answers. I was very sick, and got answers to an extent, and went to
practitioners.
good doctors. I
Yeah.
had some good doctors
Right.
that I
Sure.
appreciate and respect.
Absolutely.
but I just wasn't getting the answers that I wanted, that I needed.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
You weren't getting better.
I wasn't
like
getting
you wanted
well.
To. Yeah.
I was putting a Band-Aid on things
You were
and staying
scratching
sick.
the itch, yeah.
I was
Getting
just
the
scratching the
symptoms under,
itch and
yeah.
putting a Band-Aid over it.
Yeah.
And so maybe the physical pain was gone, but I knew underneath there was still a lot of stuff bubbling.
Right.
And so I wasn't getting well, which is
Yeah.
why I love the word wellness.
Yeah.
There is a difference, I think, between health and wellness, and I can't affect your health, but I love to focus on the word wellness because you can get somewhat healthy and still not be in total wellness and balanced
yeah.
wellness.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to be well, inside and out, top to bottom,
Yeah, when you-
emotionally and physically.
You put those words together, and I think they go together: balance and wellness, don't they? If everything is in balance,
Then you
we
are
are systems that are designed to be healthy, designed to be well, but we live in a world
That is not very well.
that is,
right?
yeah, and
It's
that
not
is
very
full of
healthy.
stressors and full of there's
Toxins.
all kinds of things that we can get into out there, and that can throw our system out of balance, if
Yes.
you will. Yeah.
Out of a state of harmony. We're created to live in a state of harmony. So
Yeah.
when God spoke, or whatever your beliefs are, but mine are God, when God spoke and spoke us into existence,
Yep.
created us with frequency, with
Yes. Right.
sound,
Yeah.
and it was perfect sound. It was
Yeah.
perfect harmony.
Yeah.
We were in perfect coherence.
Yeah.
And so we may never be able to achieve, that may be part of the human condition, that we can't achieve that perfection that we were once created with, but we can try to get close.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
We can get as close as we can, and we can use the very thing that God brought it all into existence with.
Right.
Yeah.
Again,
It kind of always astounds me that physically it's called the spinal cord as well. Like it.
like chords of music.
Right.
Yeah.
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 So.
And again, systems within systems. Yeah.
Yeah. You can take a drop of the ocean. So you can go to the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, the Gulf. And you can take a cup and you can just scoop you up a little bit of water.
Right.
And you can go back to you can take one drop of that water and put it under a microscope, and a scientist that knows what he's looking at will be able to tell you what ocean that came out of. Because fractals, every drop of water holds the information of the entire ocean.
Right.
This came from the Atlantic. This
Yes.
came from the Pacific.
And
This
so
came from the Gulf.
We are
How'd
no
you know?
different. We are fractals, and we all hold the information of source, of our
Yes.
source.
Right.
We hold the information of the Creator and where we came from.
Absolutely.
Not to mention we're mostly water ourselves.
We're mostly
right?
70% water ourselves,
Yeah.
and yes, exactly. Yeah.
You want a lot more. Are you intrigued, folks? I know you are, and I hope you are. And if you want to know more, well, there's a couple of ways that you can get more information. Very easy ways. You can schedule an appointment. You can certainly do that, and you can do that all online. TheBalanceLife.us, and you can actually schedule an appointment right there. You can also sign up to come Saturday, October the 19th, and just tell us you're coming. Everything's free.
Yes.
On the 19th. From starting at 12 noon, Stacie's going to give a presentation about 12:30, kind of an intro to bioenergetics.
Yeah, just an introduction to what this is. And I'll also have information about it. So even the modalities that you can't quite experience on that day.
You'll have info.
Pamphlets or info
Yeah.
that you can take away with you.
So definitely avail yourself of, mark it on your calendar. And Stacie, we want you to come back before the 19th, and we'll do another program and remind everybody, of what's going on. Because the Balanced Life Wellness Center is new and unique here in our community. And
It's making an important and vital impact.
absolutely. And, you and I, we want to be balanced. We want to be well. Well, the Balanced Life Wellness Center, 115 Kings Highway. It's right next door to Strong's. TheBalanceLife.us on Facebook, The Balanced Life, and on Instagram, The Balanced Life Wellness. Back in a moment with Stacie Slabaugh here at the Balanced Life Wellness Center.
Hi, this is Jay Merle for Pintail Roofing. Let's talk about quality. When you hire Pintail to build your roof, here's what you can expect. Quality and quality control are the most important concerns for us at Pintail, and you need to know that Pintail stands tall with swift and professional performance on any warranty call. This is our most important policy. And remember, we're your neighbors. We'll be here for you for the long haul. Our family's lived here for over 100 years, and we aren't going anywhere. On the commercial side of Pintail's business, our fluid-applied roofing solutions can save thousands of dollars over conventional commercial roofing options. Call Pintail at 226-ROOF for a free inspection of your home or commercial building. That's 226-7663. Pintail Roofing. What's the condition of your roof?
And welcome back. Welcome back into 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Welcome back into Strategies for Living. Lauren Leon McMillan, David McMillan with Stacie Slabaugh from the Balanced Life Wellness Center, 115 Kings Highway in Shreveport, right next door to Strawn's. You know, you've been wondering, you've been passing by here, you've seen the sign. What is that? What is that? Well, one day Lauren and I stopped in and knocked on the door. That's how,
That's how this happened.
Yep.
And but you don't have to do that, because you can come on Saturday, October the 19th, and find out all about the Balanced Life Wellness Center. And on that day, doors open at 12 noon. Stacie, you're going to give a presentation at 12:30.
Yes.
After that, there's going to be food here.
There'll
People
be food,
can relax.
People can relax,
Yeah.
talk to. There'll be different people here to talk to that can. So if I'm busy, then you will be able to talk to somebody else.
Going to have some mini demonstrations of biofield tuning and an emotional code, experiences, and people will be able to experience the sound lounge.
The sound lounge. Everyone loves the sound lounge.
And so much more. So come. But if you go ahead and register, go to the Facebook page or go to the website, thebalancedlife.us. Register, and you're going to get a free $50 value. You're going to come and experience the cradle.
Yes, the cradle.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate if you go on the Facebook event and tell me you're going, but to get the free hand cradle analysis, you do need to go on the website and register there.
Okay.
All right.
And again, it's free. There's no obligations, no anything. If you don't show up, it's fine.
There you go. Stacie, thank you so much for all you're doing.
you.
Thank you for being a great life strategist and being a part of Strategies for Living. We're honored to have you.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
And folks, thank you. We appreciate you being here with us, and we appreciate all our sponsors making it possible, including the Balanced Life Wellness Center and the Robinson Film Center and Azalea Cleaners and Pintail Roofing and Learning RX. If today were the last day of your life, you only had one more phone call to make, who would you call? And what would you say? And why are you waiting? Make the call. For Stacie Slabaugh, for Lauren Leon McMillan, I'm David McMillan. See you next time right here on Strategies for Living.